Randonautica, I think it's a name we've all heard of before. At least, if you've been in the loop of the internet this past year or so. Today, we'll be taking a look at what happened to Randonautica, and does it still work? We have our top investigator on the case. Here, our investigator Trail 1 supporter starts searching. We have believed to have tracked down the place where the first incident with Randonautica happened. He is to go to that spot and start searching from there for any clues at all. He arrives on the beach, which is abnormally strange, and jumps in. Once he jumped in, he had seemed to have teleported to a place, which looks like the form of an IKEA building, but much larger. He looks around a little, obviously confused, which he is allowed to be, while seeing a few structures out of place, almost as if a human had built them. He finds what looks to be a house, on top of some supply racks, which he goes towards. He enters the house and looks around it a little. Before grabbing a bed somehow, with his telekinetic powers, obviously a perk of being in the world formed by Randonautica. He then fails multiple times to get up into the house that he continentally evicted the previous owner from, while still somehow carrying a bed. He places a bed down, then he takes a look at the new world he is in. Then he grabs a bathtub from a mysterious place, but that is a story for another time. He then notices what looks like to be the store workers, and heads up to one, although obviously not pleased that they weren't interacting in any way. He looks back at it, confused, before heading off, to probably find supplies somewhere. He finds a few medkits, but otherwise fails extensively, but what he doesn't fail at is finding love, which he finds when he whistles and then someone whistles back. He heads to the direction he heard it from, and finds a real person, but then it turns night, and the person runs away. He hears strange voices while he walks back to his house. He sees a person below his house and falls off, breaking his ankles, which then he promptly climbs back up into his house.
Excuse me, the store is now closed. Please exit the building.
He goes on a little walk above the supply closet and finds real people chilling in a base made out of the furniture. He jumps down into the arms of a store worker, which he had probably figured out weren't the greatest at this point, and ran to the base. He waits outside until someone lets him in. This is the strange part. He walks out of the base as it turns day and walks away, turning back to them every now and again, until the footage cuts. We have no clue on the whereabouts of him now, although some are speculating this was a trick, some form of prank. If anyone knows any information, don't hesitate to contact us. We will be in touch.